Hello friends, I'm discussing illustration 12 of the portfolio management CMA final SFM. This is one of the most important example and you must have to revise this illustration again and again to get confidence about this illustration. Please read the illustration here. Okay. Illustration number 12. Okay. X company invested 1 for 2010 in a certain equity shares of below. This is a number of shares. This is a 10,000 1,000. Face value of equity share is 10 each. This is a 500. Face value rupees 1 each. And investment amount is 20,000. And this in this case investment amount is 15,000. So now market price per share of D, what will be? Your investment amount was 20,000 and number of equity share you purchased 1,000. This is rupees 20. Or market price per share of G, that is investment amount is 15,000 and number of this is this. In this case this is a rupees 30. Okay. Now in September 2010 10% of dividend was paid by D Limited and on October 2010 30% dividend was paid out by G Limited. Okay. On this 31st the market quotations show the value of this 22 and 29 of the D Limited and G Limited respectively. Okay. This is the information given for a period of this. What is the period first? 01/4/2010. This is the period 01/04/2010. This is the period of 31st 03/2011. This is the period of 1 year. The market price per share of D, market price per share of G here, we have calculated here rupees 20,000 divided by 1,000 and this is rupees 15,000 divided by 500. In this case this is rupees 20 and this is rupees 30 and you have received a dividend of dividend by security D in. When you are going to receive the dividend you are going to receive 30% dividend by G on the what date? October, and 10% dividend of D by September. Dividend of D in September 10% of rupees 10. Why? Dividend is received on the face value and face value is given this. Okay, 10. And now dividend by security G in October. This is dividend. What is the face value of this? Face value of G is rupees 1 and this dividend received 30%. This is a 30%. Okay, this is 30% of rupee 1. This is rupee 1. This is rupee 0.30. This is the dividend. Now the market price per share on this point, this market price per share of D, market price per share of G. In this case, what is the market price per share? This is given information. Market price per share is rupees 22 and market price per share is 29. This is the market price rupees 22 and this is the market price 29. Market price per share of D, market price per share of G is given here. After this you have to calculate, what you have to calculate here, please look at here, calculate average return from the portfolio for the year this 31st 3 2000 this. It means you have to calculate what is the return percentage of this, return percentage, portfolio return percentage you have to calculate. So for portfolio return you need portfolio return. What is the formula portfolio return here? Portfolio return, that equal to portfolio return means return of D weight of D, return of G weight of G. You should have. Then how will you calculate the weight here? The weight is calculated on the basis of amount invested in D and amount invested in G. The first working note we should have, working note first, calculation of weight of D and G. Okay. Now calculation of weight of D and G. In this case, this is the security, this is the investment, this is your weight. You have to calculate like this: security D here, security G here. This is 20,000 and this is the 15,000. Total 35,000. Weight 20,000 divided by 35,000. 15,000 divided by 35,000. In this case 20 divided by 35, you have 0.57, weight is 0.57 in this case assumed. This is 0.43, the weight, sum of weight is 1. Now you have to calculate return of D and return of G. Working note second. Working note second. Calculation of return from security G and security D. The formula of return on holding period return in this case, P1 P0 dividend divided by P0 into 100. This is a holding period return. Please try to understand. This is the market price assumed to be P0 at the time of investment. This is the market price P1 when end of the period is finished. End of the period is here. This is a P1. This is a P0. The return of D, what will be the return of D? Return from security D. Then P1 is, look at it. In the case of this is a 22, this is a 20, and dividend is 1. This is 22 minus 20 plus 1. This is 20 into 100. This is, what is the return? This is a 15%. Return from security G. What is the market price? 29.30. $29.30. 29 minus 30 plus 0.30 divided by 30 into 100, that is minus 2.33%. 2.33%. Now you have to calculate portfolio return. Calculation of portfolio return. Calculation of portfolio return. Please Try to understand. Calculation of portfolio return. Portfolio return, that is return D, weight D, return G, weight G. What is the return D we have? We have calculated 15%. Return G is a 15%. This is a minus 2.33%. Weight is 0.57. Weight is 0.43 here. Into 0.57 minus 2.33 into 0.43 in this case. What will be the return? That is 8.55% minus 1.0019%. This is 7.548%, 7.55%. This is your portfolio return from 2010 to 2011. Okay, now in second part, what is the asking here? Look at here. Calculate expected return, average return from the portfolio 2011-2012. After this point, again the point is question is started here. This is 31st 03/2011. Now this is also said to be 01/04/2011. This is the point started, and this you are going to finish 31st 03/2012. Information is given here. The market price per share of G, market price per share of G, market price per share of D. We have already seen this is rupees 29 and this is rupees 22, and in this case market price per share as well as the market price per share are given in the case of probability. What are the market price per share are given? Look at here. In this case, market price of D is 22, 25, 28, 29. This is market price. These are the probability. As well as information is given here. D and G yearly dividend likely to be 20%, 35%. Here, investment is advisable to indicate that the dividends of D and G limited for the year ending days are likely to be 20% and 35% respectively. Then what will be the dividend? In this case, dividend of D is 20% of ₹10, that equal to ₹2, and dividend of G in this case 35%, that is 35% of face value, that is 1. This is 0.35, and market price are given here. Okay, dividend of D, that is 20%, 20% of ₹10, that equal to ₹2. Dividend of G 35% of ₹1, that is 0.35, and the market price per share at this point is given. Market price per share of D, market price per share of G. These are given in the case of probability distribution is given. So what is the market price? This is 22, 25, 28. What is the probability of this market price? is 0.20, 0.50, 0.30. This is a given in the questions. Again, market price of G is 29, 29, 31, 33, and the same probability is given. Same probability is given. Look at it. 29, 31, 33, 22, 25, 28. In this case, when probability distribution is given, to calculate returns, you have to calculate expected return, and expected return should be equal to this. You have to calculate the expected return. This is equal to probability pi xi. This is the return. So first you have to calculate return, thereafter you calculate expected return. Now in the C part, what is saying, advise the X company limited of the comparative risk in the two investment by calculating the standard deviation in each case. Calculating the standard deviation in each case. It means you have to calculate expected return as well as a standard deviation of two securities in 2011 and 12. Do you understand? Now I am going to calculate expected return and standard deviation for security D, and expected return and standard deviation for security G. Okay, look at it. On the basis of this, a statement showing expected return, calculation of expected return and standard deviation for security D. For security D. Look at it. The return is represented by xi, and this is the probability. Probability is represented by pi. Please try to understand what is the expected return. Expected return means this is represented by xi, summation pi xi, and thereafter a standard deviation. This is represented by this root under summation pi xi minus expected x whole square. The same can be written or root under summation pi xi x square minus expected x whole square. In this case, return formula is applied in the here. Return formula is applied. So how will you calculate the return formula in this case? First, look at it. You write here P1, write here P0, you write here dividend, then you write here return. Return is represented by x, P1, P0 plus dividend. This is return is represented by xi, This is a PI, this is a probability. For expected return, you need PI XI. For a standard deviation, PI XI is expected. For the standard deviation, XI X square, XI X square. So this is your PI XI X square, PI XI. How this calculate PI XI X square? Suppose this is A, and this is B, and then this is calculated A into B, PI XI will come. So what is the market price at the end for D 22, 25, 28? This is 22, 25, 28. The market price P0 was 22 here, D. 22, 22, 22. The dividend in this case, rupees 2, rupees 2, rupees 2. Return is 22 minus 22 plus 2, that equal to 2. 25, 22 plus 2, that equal to 2. I am not going to calculate the percentage return, just I am going to calculate in unit amount. 28 minus 22 plus 2, in this case this is a 5, this is the return 5, this is your 8. The probability of return is 0.20, 0.50, 0.30. Okay, expected return is 0.40, 2.5, 2.4. This is the 5.3. This is a return 5.3. Now PIXI. These, to calculate this A and B, return and PIX you multiply. Then this become 0.80, 2.5 into 5, 12.50, 8 into 2.4, 19.2. After adding this, you will get to a 32.5. This is a 32.5, 5.3. Okay. Now, calculation of expected return, that is expected return. Expected return equal to summation PI XI. This is given here 5.3 rupees, 5.3 percentage expected return, 5.3 is the return on after investment of 22, after investment 22. This is 22 into 100, this is 24.09%, 24.09%. Now, calculation of a standard deviation. The formula of a standard deviation is root under summation PI XI X square expected X whole X square. This is summation PI XI X square. Look at it. Summation PI XI 32.5. This is 32.5 minus expected X 5.3 X square. This is 32.5 minus 5.3, 28.09, 28.09. This is 28.09. 09. So this is 4.41, 4.41, 2.1. Percentage standard deviation, deviation 2.1 standard deviation on investment of 22, because of P0 is 22. That's why percentage is calculated on base market price. Base market price. This is 100, 9.545%. 9.545%. Okay. Now we have calculated for product security D. Exactly same we have to do for security G here. Okay. Now calculation of a standard deviation and expected return for security G. You have to apply the same here, P1, P0, thereafter here dividend, thereafter you write return. Return is represented by xi. Okay, this is the P1 P0 plus dividend. P1 P0 plus dividend. This is your PI, PI XI, PI XI X square. This is suppose A, this is suppose B, then this is the A into B. What is the P1 in this case? P1 is considered G, market price 29, 31, 30, 31, 33 here, I think this was 33. Look at here, 33, 33. This is the market price 29, 31, 33. Here market price is 29, 29, 29. This is calculated. Okay. Now what is the dividend? Dividend is 0.35. We have already calculated 0.35, 0.35. In this case return is 29 minus 29 plus 0.35. This is 0.35. 31, 29 plus 0.35. This is your 2.35. 2.35. 33 minus 29 plus 0.35. This is your answer, 4.35. This is your xi, and probability is given 0.20, 0.50, 0.30. This is your probability, and after this you will multiply it, PIXI. This is 0.07, 1.175, 175, 1.130, 105, 105, 175, 105. This is the 2.55. Okay. Now here PI XI, you have to calculate PI XI x square, x square. So PI XI is already here, XI is here, A into B. So 0.35 multiplied with 0.07, 0.35 multiplied with 0.07, you will get 0.0245. 2.35 multiplied with 1.175, 2.76125, 76125. 4.35 multiplied with 1.305, 5.67675, 67675. After adding these all, you will get 8.4625. Now you can calculate expected return. Expected return equal to summation PI XI. This is your 2.55. 2.55. This is already calculated. Percentage of expected return. Percentage of expected return. Look at it. 2.55 return is on investment of rupees 29. On investment of rupees 29, base point 29 into 100. Then what will be your return? 8.79. 8.79%. This is the in amount. This is in amount. This is your percentage return. Now you have to calculate a standard deviation. Calculation of a standard deviation of G, that is, this is the formula, PI XI x square, expected x whole square, PI XI x square, PI XI x square, 8.4625, 8.4625 minus expected x is 2.55. 8.4625 minus 6.5025, 6.5025, this is 1.96, 1.4. Percentage standard deviation 1.4 divided by 29 into 100. 1.4 divide 29 into 100. This is 4.827%. 4.827%. Okay, beta? This is the one of the most important questions. You must revise these questions again and again to make your confidence good. Okay, thank you class. Please like, subscribe and share my video as much as you can. Okay, thank you class.